I hate being at the halfway point of the season, but I also love it because it's like we've already had all this football and we still have football, but you know that sooner than later it's going to be gone. And that's why tonight, games like tonight, I don't take for granted. So crack one open with me, even though it is water. Shout out Liquid Death, sponsor me. But today we've got a great show for you folks. Why? Because OGs in my books, because first people I met in person through YWC are here to talk football. I think this is the first time ever that both of them have been on at the same time. Both of them have been on together, but I know it was with Ramey last time. But without further ado, one's with audio, one's with video, one's without video. We got both Lorenzo Bros. We have the awesome Lorenzo Bros here for episode 190 of YWC Football Talk. How are we doing tonight, guys?
I was like, we've done this before, right?
Me and Matt did it once in the same bed.
Yeah, we were at this. Yeah, that's true.
We were in
this
his
was
bed.
A long time. This was like maybe 2. When did this
probably first 100 episodes?
It'll be 3 years in January.
Probably 2 years ago then.
3 years in January. All right.
Yeah.
Got to say happy anniversary.
Yes.
On January, everyone. Tweet at Griff.
3 years. And so, folks, I'm just going to put the graphic up. We're going to be going through the game when we get updates and stuff like that, Houston and Philly. But without further ado, I would want to get started with the games this week. But I want to take a bit of a different route and start with some midseason awards. And you know what? I thought about doing awards, but I'm actually going to start with a fun one. Coaches we think that probably are going to be without a job. I know I don't like doing it, saying that someone's going to lose their job. But at the end of the day, you know that it's the carousel of coaching in the NFL. And whoever wants to go first, one of you guys, I'll be the good host. Who is a coach that you don't see being a coach again in 2023 for their team?
I'm going to say Matt Rule.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a really good one.
But he could get who would hire him?
I'm so bad with coaches' names. I might say just teams.
Nathaniel Hackett.
Hackett, I think, still gets another year.
Oh, I would get rid of him immediately.
I would too. I would have gotten rid of him already.
Awful.
But
can I get one from that division?
Awful.
Brandon Staley.
He should be too. There's no excuse for that roster to be terrible.
I mean, they're hurt beyond belief. Like, I don't think Herbert's been 100% since that Chiefs game, and then
they shouldn't be risking him.
Yeah, and then
fire Vrabel.
Eckler's hurt today. That was one take I had at the beginning of the year because I thought that – so basically my roles were reversed. I thought that the Colts would be the good team and that the Titans would be the bad team. So I thought there was a chance Vrabel would get fired and Ramey would be happy. But now
you can make a big argument for what's his name in Indy, Reich.
I think if they get their ass kicked on Sunday, you can make a very, very big case for it because – it went from like this week firing your OC seems like a move where it's just like, yeah, it wasn't on me, but then now it's on.
Didn't he not even call the plays?
No, he didn't. I don't think he did. And then now he's saying that like he is, but he isn't. I think everything with Indy, it's finally starting to show because look, that franchise has been in shambles since Andrew Luck retired abruptly 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like they were winning Super Bowls with Andrew Luck.
No, they got close once, but then we all know the scandal that came out of it, and they got their ass kicked in the AFC Championship game. But besides that, they haven't been back to that, and that was 7 years ago.
I'm very anti-fire Vrabel, by the way. I think he's a great coach. So suck.
I don't know if he's great, but he's definitely not bad. Makes some weird decisions, but
he always ends up on a winning team. He takes advantage of his shitty division. I just think he's a good coach.
Nick Sirianni should be fired for looking like an idiot. Can you fire somebody for that?
No, because Jason Garrett had a job for like ever, and
he's a good clapper. Nick Sirianni can't clap for shit.
Fat Mike is a terrible coach, but he's coaching a great year.
He's a good clapper. Also, he claps. He claps with the menu in his hand.
McVay is a good clapper.
Yeah. Isn't it?
Kingsbury could get fired. They suck. They always suck.
Here's the thing, though. Michael Bidwell gave him and Steve Keim extensions this offseason for like the next 4 years, but no one knows the details of them. So, like, Cliff's one of those guys, I think it's like he should be gone, but then they won't fire him. And then if they got off to a really bad start next season, then it's going to be, hey, you're gone. I think it's going to be one of those, like, abrupt things. And that extension I just brought up, they only did because they wanted to keep Kyler Murray in Arizona because they were dealing with that battle as well. An obvious one is Dan Campbell. I don't think anyone's going to be shocked.
I still think he's going to keep his job. Ramey said he was going to get fired. He likes to overreact to things, so I usually tend to try to not overreact.
It's only year 2, isn't it?
It is, but at the same
I think the players probably still love him. They're hurt beyond belief too. Swift, Brown, Reynolds, they're always in and out. They're always not playing 100%.
I think with him, like I think he should be, but I think next year is the year where it's, hey, you're probably gonna have a rookie quarterback, and if you don't do anything next year, if next year there's still a 2-3 win team, then that's where the excuses stop.
Oh, Jalen Hurts fumbled after a huge play to AJ Brown. I think he's really on the Joe Judge trajectory right now. Like, really feeling good after year one. Probably everyone hates him after year 2, and then year 3 he probably ends up getting fired.
Who?
Dan Campbell.
Oh. Were they feeling good after year 1?
What wasn't they won a few games they shouldn't have at the end of the year? I feel like they were scoring a lot of points. Goff looked better than he had.
They lost on a fucking 58 or 98-yard field goal. I don't think they can feel great about that.
But no, I know where you're coming from because they beat Minnesota, then they beat Arizona.
How many wins did they have last year? Like 3?
3. Yeah. I think they all came pretty close to the end.
That's how bad the Lions are.
But also, if they're just like in games and losing, like it's still much better than the old Lions.
I don't think he's gonna get fired.
My thing was just like they looked good for even though they were 3-1, they looked good for the first like 4 weeks of the season, and then the game I went to ever since then, it's just been terrible for them. Like I know they were in tough with Miami, but Dallas kicked their ass, New England kicked their ass. It's just one of those things with like when are the fans gonna get tired? It's like when a gimmick wears off in wrestling, where it's like he doesn't change, so it just eventually people get tired. It's like the whole let's just call it the Bray Wyatt effect in WWE. Like
the message gets stale quick.
What about Todd?
That's what I'm trying to say.
What about Todd Bowles? Once fucking Brady retires, he's not a good coach.
He's not. He's a great defensive coordinator, though.
Yeah, I know.
They should probably move on.
People literally should have looked at his tape when he was a Jets coach. He was terrible there.
Yeah, but the Jets, sometimes you can make the excuse that the organization fucks up everybody they bring in.
That's another coach. That's a hot take I have. If their wheels come off really quickly and they start to go down, I think there's a chance Saleh goes out too. It would take them completely nosediving into the basement.
I still think there's so much good that's come out of Saleh so far.
He kept the receipts. Which I'm surprised they actually, because I remember making fun of him after that. I'm like, dude, you guys still suck. And then they actually won some games. So
yeah,
maybe he was right.
There's only 2 more I could see there's a case for. And one is a first-year coach, so I don't think he's going to get fired. And that's McDaniel.
Why would they fire Dable?
McDaniel.
No, they're tanking on purpose so they can get rid of Carr. I keep seeing that
like,
theory
why
all over the
Carr,
place. Because you can save $110 million and then you can get the quarterback you want.
I don't know. I don't think Carr would be playing bad on purpose.
No, he's not tanking. McDaniels is purpose.
I know, but he sucks in their
defense
system.
Is terrible.
Yeah, Devontae Adams wants to kill himself. Could you imagine if he goes there and then they get rid of Carr?
Yeah, that's terrible.
He should have
remember when the AFC West was supposed to be this juggernaut with like 4 playoff teams?
Yeah, and they barely have 2. They probably don't even have 2 as of now.
The
Chargers are going to make it, though. They're going to figure it out. But all right, the other one was Tomlin, but I don't think they're
never going to fire him.
I think that's not a fire. That's going to be because Tomlin's a coach where if you have say if Tomlin were to get fired this year, but Dan Campbell's safe. Dan Campbell gets fired unexpectedly because they're going to go hire Mike Tomlin. That's the kind of coach Mike Tomlin is.
I don't think Tomlin's even a good coach. I hear a lot of people he's just not a good situational guy. He just is not a good coach. They just don't fire anybody.
He's won multiple Super Bowls. They're always over 500. It's got to be something that he's doing.
The organization.
They haven't done anything in like a decade.
Yeah, but they were over 500 every year. They're like the Yankees.
That's not really impressive. They never win in the playoffs.
It kind of is because every team has turnover in the NFL.
Yeah, but that's a very good point to make, though. It's like with the Yankee comparison because look, they're tied for most Super Bowls. They've had 3 coaches in the last 55 years.
I'd take Bill Cowher now over Tomlin.
Well, yeah, I'd also take fucking Joe Torre now over Aaron Boone if I pretended to like Aaron Boone.
I would say Tomlin might be a better coach than fucking Aaron Boone is.
Yeah,
I don't think he's a great head coach.
You'd have to pretend Aaron Boone was a good coach in that argument. But yeah, I don't think any other coach is on the line.
The only other one I would say is Stefanski, just because of how bad Cleveland's been. But I think because of the suspension, that he'll get another season there.
Yeah.
Y Executive of the Year. One I want to go with just because it may have to do with Coach of the Year, but we'll see where it goes. I kind of like the job your guy's done. The new guy, Shane, in New York. I know the team's there, but the fact that they're 6-2 with what they got.
Yeah. Can he win though? He didn't really do anything.
I don't know if he
had a great draft, but
that's the thing though. He had a great draft from the guys. I know Evan Neal has been kind of green.
You can make a case to shit on the draft. He had 2 top 5 picks you can't miss on. Cordell Flott hasn't seen the field. Wandale's been hurt. McKeithen got hurt. Azuda's been bad, actually just starting to get good. Dane Belton was hurt. He's playing all right. You can make the case it's either way. I think it's obviously way too early to tell, though.
I still think it's too early to tell, but like when I think of someone though, like where it's executive of the year, I don't think there's anyone else that's come to mind. Maybe Seattle because they drafted really well, even though they're in their circumstances they're in, or
That's a pretty good one, actually.
And they should get credit
Yeah, that
for
was an
trading
amazing
fucking
draft.
Russ Wilson, who's fucking washed.
Yeah, it's true. Also, the Giants didn't have enough money to make enough signings and moves.
Yeah, that's what
we signed
Like, he didn't do
Glowinski.
anything. Yeah.
Glowinski was our biggest signing, and he's actually been terrible.
Yeah, like last year, Belichick spent a shitload of money and they made the playoffs, and he got executive of the year. So it doesn't take too much.
Sweet
guy,
two tight
I don't know,
ends.
Matt. Do you have anyone? I picked someone, but I knew Griff told me we were doing this.
No, the only other executive I know is the president of the Chiefs because he's a customer at our store.
I'm going with I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right at all.
Probably not.
Kwesi Odofo-Mensah.
Yeah,
from,
exactly. Perfect. You nailed it.
Minnesota.
That's a good one. That's a really good
think
one.
they're doing. I can't really tell you who they added or not, but it has to be an improvement because
No, they just they added it. They changed coaches. That's why they're better. They fucking got rid of that idiot. What's his face? Zimmer. I don't know who they added. Didn't they add somebody from the Packers?
They added.
Zadarius Smith was a huge ad, and he's like leading the league in sacks.
That's kind of like I could have made that signing.
Yeah,
Zadarius Smith wasn't like a world beater last year. He's been a very good player for a long time, but he's not young.
Joe Shane should have signed him. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, with all that money.
And now we're on to comeback player of the year.
Saquon Barkley.
I was going to say Saquon Barkley too. I have a love-hate relationship with this award because a lot of the times it's just, you know what, hey, you were hurt the last couple of years. Okay, you're back to being yourself. You're good. Like when
that's
Ryan
the definition of the award.
But yeah, that's the thing though. Like when Ryan Tannehill won it, it was people were literally saying, "What do you come back from sucking?"
Sometimes
that's true too. Yeah.
Yeah, because with this award, I'd much rather see a most improved award like the NBA has that like Randall won a couple years ago.
The same thing.
Yeah, with
comeback should be injury. Improved should be improved.
Do we really need two awards like that?
Yeah.
Either way,
all unanimous that it's safe.
What happens if there's no major injury?
I have a couple.
Like nothing like that.
Geno Smith deserves it. You can make an argument.
Yeah.
He continues. Henry and McCaffrey were both hurt last year and balling out, but probably won't win it. Brian Robinson literally got shot. So if it's like you want a feel good one, but he hasn't been playing that much.
At least.
Yeah.
But it'll be there. You could also argue Daniel Jones, but I don't think he'll put up enough stats where people would do it. But he went from leading a shitty team to a good team.
If there was a most improved, then that's where you put Daniel Jones in that category. Like improved. You don't put him into comeback because he hasn't been hurt.
Geno's the second best odds, and he hasn't been hurt.
Yeah. See, that's my whole point.
But it's not even close. Saquon's minus 250, and the next Geno and Robinson plus 700.
Coach of the year, would you say your guy, or is there someone else you have in mind?
He's got to be in the top three.
It's either Daboll, McDaniel. I don't think Sirianni deserves it because they just stacked the roster.
I don't know. I can't remember his fucking
that
name.
could be executive of the year too.
Howie Roseman could be executive of the year.
They keep adding everybody good. What'd you say, Matt?
The Vikings coach. What about the Falcons? They're 500. Everyone thought they'd be fucking.
That always
awful.
those are always the people I'd vote for. Like the team that was awful that made it to just above 500.
Definitely not Dennis Allen.
That's a good coach, not freaking
Pete Carroll.
Sirianni, who has the most stacked roster.
Yeah. Pete Carroll.
Who's Kevin O'Connell?
Minnesota.
The Vikings.
Minnesota.
That's Minnesota. Okay.
I mean, Pete Carroll deserves a little bit. They're 5-3.
Pete Carroll definitely proved he's an amazing coach this year.
It's always It always goes to usually a first-year head coach where they exceed expectations, like how Matt Nagy won it in his first year, and then it was a fucking train wreck from there on. So that's why I think
they win
O'Connell.
10 games though.
They won 12 games and then they lost because of the doink.
Wow.
I mean, the Cowboys are 6-2. What about Fat Mike?
The doink or the double doink?
Mike's going to get fired for Sean Payton. We're just waiting for it to happen.
That's going to piss me off so much. Just stick at NBC, you dick fuck.
Ooh, Miles Sanders.
He's at Fox. Jason Garrett's at NBC.
Oh, he's at Fox. Oh, that's right. He is on Fox.
Yeah.
They always bring him in at the last 5 seconds of the pregame show. Sean, what's your pick? Okay, bye.
If the Giants go 500 the rest of the way, what is that? 8 games left?
Yeah.
4-4.
Still pretty good argument that he could be coach of the year.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, he'll probably win it.
Dameon Pierce.
Unless they
blows.
just give it to Sirianni because they're fucking impressed by an 18-0 season against the two best teams they played are like the Cowboys and like the Vikings. And the Vikings were aspect in week 2.
They were good after week 1.
Would be the Giants.
Yeah, like everyone's saying right now, like, oh, because they were bringing it up earlier today, like the whole, like, oh, can the Eagles go 17-0? And I was telling this to Alex before he came in the room, Matt. They're going to lose a game that no one expects them to lose. That's why I thought tonight would have been that perfect opportunity for them to, like, slip. Like, I almost did a parlay where it would have been Astros to win because I still think the Astros are going to win tonight, and then the Texans to cover.
Philly versus Houston, wow.
Well, it's still 7-7. And then the World Series, it is 1-1.
It's 1-1, yeah.
And then hockey, it is 1-1 for Alex's team. And then Matt's team plays at
tie.
9 o'clock.
Fucking tie with the Texans.
Everything's a tie.
Texans just have like some goofy ass record. Offensive rookie of the year. There was a pick I would have given, but he tore his ACL last week with Breece Hall or 2 weeks ago.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I think Kenneth Walker now.
I really want to say Chris Olave, but I'm gonna give it to Kenneth Walker.
Yeah,
Kenneth Walker's gonna be on the better team. He's gonna be more noticeable. I'm gonna give it. Yeah, it's him. Pierce could win it too, but they're gonna be pretty irrelevant. But Walker also didn't play for like 4 weeks.
Yeah, I don't really have anybody else.
Drake London?
He hasn't really done much.
No.
Whoever that guy is that you're starting in fantasy is like getting more fucking
Bird.
Is yeah.
Yeah, he literally got one target 2 weeks ago and then 6 targets last week. 1 target, 75 yards for a touchdown, and then like 6 targets for like 70 and a touchdown.
Defensive rookie of the year.
I mean, hopefully Sauce gets it, and they're not just like, oh, he didn't do this and this. It's like, well, yeah, obviously because they're not targeting him. But sleeper, I'll go Tariq Woolen.
I'm gonna go Sauce, but the pick I'm not gonna do sleeper. I'm gonna do what I want and what I think. What I think is gonna be Sauce, but what I want is Jack Jones for the Patriots. He's played really well this year. He's been excellent in coverage, and he's had a couple nice interceptions so far. Hopefully, he keeps it up.
Sauce.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be him, but
Sauce.
Woolen's got like a few, like 3 or 4 interceptions. I want to say, or maybe him and the other rookie.
He does, along with Kobe Bryant as well. Has a couple of. He's really good at pass pro. DPOY. I'm gonna stick with the Patriots as well. I'm going Matthew Judon.
I know he's playing great, but Micah Parsons.
Not even close. It's disgusting how good he is. I hate it.
Yeah,
it's fall into these assholes.
The list I'm looking at doesn't even have Judon in the top 4.
He's bodied by Taco Bell. That's why I'll always like that guy. But,
yeah, Judon's awesome. I have nothing against him.
Micah Parsons.
He's a great person. He's been playing really well.
How many sacks does he have?
I hope Aaron Donald wins again for no reason.
That was 2 years ago. I remember that. TJ Watt should have won 2 years ago, but then they gave it to Aaron Donald.
I mean, couldn't last year you could have made an argument for fucking? Oh no, TJ Watt.
TJ Watt won last year.
2 years ago. Yeah, that's exactly.
Didn't TJ Watt win last year playing like 11 games?
I think he missed one game or I don't know.
I thought he missed like a good amount of games and still led the league in sacks.
I mean, the Steelers.
You come here every day.
That's a great commercial.
I miss those commercials. The Watt Brothers Subway commercials.
The one in the backyard is the best one.
He's like, what's in this guy? You come here every day.
Great commercial. Get in there, Sanders.
Judon is at plus 3,000 right now. Parsons is minus 225. Another one I like here for betting wise, Myles Garrett at plus 850. I know Cleveland's kind of an irrelevant team, but
I mean, he's one of the best defensive players in the league every year.
Except with animals in his Porsche where he crashes his car.
Poor guy.
Yes. Offensive player of the year, I'm going to go Nick Chubb. I think it's, unless there's someone else that comes up. Maybe Stephon Diggs.
Oh, wow, he's not even listed on mine. I don't know how Hurts is listed number 1. I don't know. This is probably an older list, but yeah, it says Lamar on there.
I think offensive player of the year should always be like a running back or a receiver, and then
I just like. How do you not give offensive player of the year to your MVP?
Yeah,
I just don't get it.
Well, it's always the same thing though, where it's like, also according to covers.com, it goes Jalen Hurts at plus 300, Tyreek Hill at plus 700, and Lamar Jackson at plus 800. And then you have Jefferson and Diggs at plus 900.
I've been told every week Lamar Jackson sucks.
Yeah, he fucking does. Could you imagine if Chubb caught like any amount of passes, how insane he would be?
Yeah, or if they just didn't have Kareem Hunt in goal line. Fuck you, Kenneth Gainwell. Fuck
He's
bitch.
got. You know how many targets Nick Chubb has this year? Take a guess.
6,
No, actually more.
12.
15 targets and 10 catches.
Wow.
Can he not catch? Or
Well, they just take him out and put in Hunt, who's a really good catcher. And it's annoying, even though I can't really complain about Chubb this year. He's been amazing. Couple weeks
841
early on,
yards.
they gave Hunt too many touchdowns.
I don't know. Saquon might be in the conversation.
I'm going to say Justin Jefferson. He'll explode the second half.
Yeah.
Go Tigers.
Do we need to say it?
What?
MVP. I think it's pretty.
Oh.
Is it obvious or
No? I don't think it's obvious at all.
Mm.
I'd love to hear who you think is obvious.
Allen?
Okay. I think him and Mahomes right now have very similar, almost identical stats, and I'm going to go with Mahomes. I think he's going to close out the season better.
Yeah.
I would lean towards Josh Allen.
I also think he has the much better team and the much better situation. So I think what Mahomes is going to do is more impressive.
I'd rather see Allen win the MVP than the Super Bowl. So just throwing that out there too. Because
I don't think those come separately.
Well, no, but they always whoever wins the MVP, their team never wins the Super Bowl. It's always just one of those.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, the two of the years that when did Brady win it? No, Brady won. No, he didn't win it he won it in 2010, not 2011, because I was gonna say he won in 2007 this season. You guys first beat us in the Super Bowl, which I was hearing. I just want to bring that. I'm just gonna do a quick pivot to that. Everyone was saying oh, the Patriots did this and this. You know what someone said? It was on ESPN. They basically were talking about how it had nothing to do with them and the record. No, it was the Giants' defensive line that won them that Super Bowl. That they basically held Tom to nothing. Remember, Brady only got 14 points.
You just said a lot of things right there. I didn't really follow most of it.
Basically, that the Giants.
The Giants had an amazing defense.
The Giants,
they sucked in the beginning of the season, and then they got it together.
I think Eli's won both Super Bowls with bottom 10 defenses, but they played really well in the playoffs. But they also had to go score to win. So I'm going to go with no on that one.
They had a great pass rush.
Yeah, he was on both.
Look, our first 2 weeks we gave up 80 points.
Yeah, the defense that season wasn't great, and then the next Super Bowl was even worse.
It's because in the 2007 one we had a lot of rookies, and they didn't play well to start. I would assume that rookie class was great for that 1 year.
Yeah, they all played in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, significantly.
I was also looking at the schedule for this week, and the other guy I was going to say from the Giants I remember is I think OC. I can't remember his last name to save my life. Numenora. Yeah. So was he on both, or was he on just 07?
He was on both. They were both. They were all on both. Kiwanuka was on.
Strahan wasn't
the first one. Strahan was but
OC
and Tuck were on both. I'm almost
Tuck barely played, but he was on it.
Yeah, and then also too, it's kind of sad, but obviously Tom Coughlin's wife passing away this week, so just sending our best to Coughlin.
Yeah, that sucks. She was awesome.
Yeah.
You knew her?
No, but a lot of people are talking about all of her moments, and it's nice to read about.
Yeah, OC was on both.
Yeah. All right. This week sucks for football just because there's so many teams on bye weeks.
A lot of multiple or double-digit spreads too.
The 4:00 window has 2 games.
It's brutal. They need at least 4 a week. No more 3.
But our first game on the spread, because we're not going to say anything about the Thursday night, we're just going to check in. It's currently 14-17 for Philly. But we have Washington versus Minnesota, where Minnesota is a -3.5.
That seems way too low.
Yeah, Minnesota by
is at 43.5. I know where you guys are going. I'm going to say the same things I said. I said the same thing last week because Minnesota literally was -3.5 last Sunday.
Yeah, they made it close.
I said Minnesota was going to win the game because last week, remember, Call of Duty released. You really think that the Cardinals were going to win on Call of Duty week?
I really don't think that has anything to do with it.
Yeah, no.
It's just really funny.
Yeah, but people really think that that's a reason why Kyler wouldn't play well. Kyler just sucks.
I think it's just
Giants got the best quarterback in the draft. It's a fact.
The only other quarterback I can think of in that draft was Jarrett Stidham. Besides that, I can't really think of anyone else besides those 3.
R.I.P.
Oh yes, Dwayne Haskins, R.I.P. I'm going to look that up right now just because I'm curious.
What was I going to say?
No, he's confirmed dead. You don't have to look it up. He died.
No. I want to see if there's anyone else taken that we don't know of.
We don't know if
the guy I love.
Maybe
Drew
Easton
Lock.
Stick. I'm not sure.
Oh, that guy.
Drew Lock. Drew Lock sucks. Drew Lock might be the worst quarterback on a roster.
Yeah, Kyler Murray, Dwayne Haskins, RIP, Drew Lock, Daniel Jones, Will Grier, Jared Stidham.
Oh, Grier was awful.
Clayton Thorson.
Yeah, he was bad. Never played.
Tyree Jackson.
Never heard of him.
Ryan Finley.
I know that
played
name.
a little bit for the Bengals.
He's got to be somewhere, right?
I think he's back. I think he's still with the Bengals because I remember he played in the games where I just remember this game because it was Bengals and Steelers. I thought the game was going to suck, but then the Bengals ended up beating them on a Monday night right before Christmas, and Finley was the quarterback. Easton Stick, yes, who's now with the Chargers. Brett Rippon, Gardner Minshew, Trace McSorley, and the only other name I recognize here is Jacob Dolgala.
Yeah, from Central Connecticut State University, that guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who had a brief stint with the Patriots.
That's barely a D1 school.
Yeah. But with Washington, with this game, though, like I think a lot of people look at Washington and think like, like they're frisky, but I think this is a game where we kind of realize that they're not as good as everyone's putting them up to advertise.
Could be. I mean, first, I have a few things about this game. For last week, I thought the Vikings were going to win by like at least 10. They ended up winning only by 8, but it looked pretty bad towards the end. They let them come back. I'm still going with the Vikings with probably an alternate spread of like 6. I still think they're way better than Washington. They're home, Minnesota, or they're on the road?
In Washington.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't know. Washington is much better with Heineke than Wentz, but I just can't see them being competitive till maybe like a backdoor cover.
Are we ready for
3.5? It's not big enough.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to say to you is, are we ready for when Bezos purchases Washington and then makes them on Thursday night permanently?
I mean, anything's better than fucking Snyder.
Yeah.
Or the Broncos on Thursday. Astros are up 2-1.
But yeah, I'm going Minnesota to cover. I think this is a game where they like we're getting Kirk in the 1 o'clock window. We know how good Kirk is. The one thing I'll say is though, I do like the over of 43.5.
I hate over unders. I don't know. I don't do any of them.
That is, yeah, they are better with Heineke, so I think they definitely cover for sure.
I think
you think Washington covers?
Yeah, Washington's totally going to cover. No, Minnesota's going to win by at least I'm going to say 8.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be weird.
Better.
It's going to be they'll cover the over. I think they'll hit over, but they're definitely gonna Minnesota going to cover.
I could see this being like a 14-9 game.
Kirk Cousins a random 1 o'clock shitter.
It's like the game that like Red Zone shows like once in a while, and like you're like, all right, that game's going on because you guys can watch Red Zone. You guys get to watch Red Zone this week, so you don't have to focus on any
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's been incredible. Excuse me.
It's all good. Do we think that the Carolina Panthers have a chance in this game, or do we think that this is a get-right game for the Bengals?
I literally have no idea how this game's going to go. If I had to pick, I'd say Bengals -7, and they just destroy them. But Carolina looks good, and I'm a huge PJ Walker stan ever since the fucking XFL.
Hell yeah.
Which is back. The XFL is coming back.
What just happened? Talked about PJ Walker and fucking
big boom.
I want to say get right game for the Bengals just because of what happened last week, but
they're apparently garbage.
I feel like they have a get. Sorry, Matt.
It looks like they're just like Chase gets hurt and they all of a sudden forget how to play football.
That's true. Chase being hurt does hurt, but I feel like they have had 5 get right games already and 5 stinkers.
I don't think they're even. Maybe they're just not good.
I mean, they weren't that good last year. They were just playing amazing.
They caught lightning in a bottle. Because that's the thing why I'm like I know they're really good, and I know it's like this might sound like a hate thing, but that's why I'm still a little hesitant on the Bills, because every team that's won a Super Bowl in recent memory went through some sort of adversity throughout the regular season, and I feel like
the fucking Dolphins when like in that like weird fucking game.
The Bills,
yeah, it was like 14-7 or something.
One loss isn't really adversity.
I mean, they haven't won a Super Bowl ever, so they've been going through adversity forever.
I mean, it's true. It's usually a team that gets hot that struggled.
Hell, look at the Buccaneers. I know the Buccaneers their first year. I know the Bucs the first year there was a lot of hype around them, but they were 7-5 and they went in as a wild card on the road and won 3 in a row. Same year when Rodgers won his first 2.
They almost lost to Washington in the first round.
They almost lost. They were in close with New Orleans too, and they should have lost to Green Bay in the conference championship. But Aaron Rodgers decided to play a little bit worse than Tom.
Yeah, every game they could have lost except the Super Bowl.
Where their defense
only won because the fucking offensive line for the Chiefs was pitiful.
Yep. So
Tom Brady carried to yet another Super Bowl. Love to see it.
And by the way, when I say an over-under, I'm not saying it like I'm going to actually put money on it. I'm just saying what I think. And this is another game where I like the over just because I think both teams are capable of scoring. Because if I'm going to say this, if Jacoby Brissett can put 30 up on that defense, what's stopping PJ Walker?
The fact that he's
PJ Walker is probably stopping PJ Walker.
Yeah.
Although he did make one of the greatest throws I've ever seen.
He's not, but he's going to, I don't know. I could see it being like a under 20 each team having under 20. Oh, huge run for Pierce.
Was it a backwards run? Did he fumble?
Nope, he ran pretty far.
Wow. Good for you, Damien, you dick fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I mean, it's they're giving Carolina 7 points after they played 2 back-to-back really good weeks.
That's where I think it's
what?
That's where I feel like they're trying to get there. I think Vegas is trying to trap people because they think, hey, they had 2 good games.
Yeah, Vegas knows something, so it's probably a Bengals blowout.
Like I thought the same thing with Atlanta and Cincinnati a couple weeks ago, and Joe Burrow against them.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Before we go on anything quickly with college, I don't know if they're going to win, but I really like LSU to cover this weekend in Death Valley.
Well, cover spreads what, like 10.5?
I think so. It's just Alabama on the road's not been good this year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're not a team of any no one can state what this LSU team is. Just terrible, disgusting, like week 1 loss on the blocked extra point when you just came back, like just so devastating.
Florida State.
To a shitty team, and then you'll get embarrassed by Tennessee. And then you somehow beat a top 10 team in Ole Miss. And they crushed Florida. Like, I don't know. It was a weird season. And if they just lose to Alabama, I can not worry, and the season's over. And if they beat Alabama, they have to win out, and then I think they would be in first in the division, and then they'd play like Georgia or somebody.
Yeah, I think they'll end up getting a decent bowl game this year, though. At least, I think.
I just don't care about bowl games if it's not the playoffs. I'm not that into college football.
I'll watch the ones on New Year's Day when I in a regular year where New Year's Day is not on a Sunday. I'll watch them just because.
I mean, I'll put on the LSU bowl game, but if we lose, I'm not like upset unless I like money on it or something. But I hope they win this week.
I hope so too. It's the big game in the window, and after Tennessee.
Is it on in the afternoon or at night?
It's at night.
All right, good. Sometimes they play them. Well, when we went to fucking Full Gear, that game was on at like 4:00, and I was watching. Like, we left, and LSU was up a couple scores, and fucking Bama almost came back, and I had to watch it from my seat while like Britt Baker was cutting a promo on how some Bree Priestley like kicked her in the head too hard.
And then I'm guessing no Newark for the two of you in a couple weeks.
It's in 2 weeks, honestly. Last night's show felt like it was 2 months away, but no.
Or the go home show in Bridgeport.
Not even going to spend money on that. Rampage was in fucking at the casino. Can't imagine going to a Rampage plus like 3 hours of Dark Elevation taping.
Yeah, like when they came here a few weeks ago, I literally just went to Night of Dynamite. I didn't even bother going for Rampage. I was just like, I don't know.
When I went last year in Bridgeport, they taped it all at the same time. It was a hell of a time. But yeah, getting to go to just fucking Rampage is brutal.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Jersey and the casino, we are on to the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Where the Bills are minus 12.
Texans scored. Looked like he dropped the ball, but he called it a touchdown.
Let's see Let's see who got it. Oh, was it a Pierce run or was it a throw?
No, it was a throw to whoever Moore is. Looks like a tight end.
Oh, Chris Moore. He's a wide receiver.
It's big dude.
I got Philip Dorsett. God damn it. They're going to cover, and then Damian Pierce is not going to get a touchdown, and it's going to ruin my
It's not that big. I was looking at the wrong guy.
That's not good.
It's more.
I'm going to say something with this game right here. I like the Jets to cover.
I'm going to go Buffalo minus like 15 at least.
Yeah. I'm just going Jets to cover because I think they're not going to let them blow them out, and I also don't trust big spreads in divisional games.
So are you saying they let Who did they play last week?
New England.
The Patriots blow them out? They let them?
Well, it was a 5-point win, but that was more Zach wasn't playing bad. I think this game is going to
became a 5-point win, but it wasn't really.
Yeah.
It wasn't close for most of it.
I think this game is more about of how can the Jets defense contain Josh Allen. If they let Josh Allen be Josh Allen, yeah, that they're going to get their asses kicked. That's my big thing, though, is that if the Jets can lose respectfully, like, if it's a 10, like if they cover.
Yeah.
I'll look at them going into their bye week at 5-4 saying, okay, if they get their asses kicked, that's where my Robert Saleh theory starts to come true, where it's like, because you're going into
New England. Have they played in Buffalo yet?
No, this game's at MetLife, and they play in Buffalo in December.
I can't imagine what that spread will be if this is 12.
Yeah, because I remember last year in MetLife, they got the doors beaten off of them. I think it was like 47-10 or something like that. The only other thing I'll note too, and he's gonna fucking hate me for mentioning this, but I don't know if Danny's going to this game or not. But the only Jet win at home was when Danny wasn't in the building, so I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Why has he gone to every other game?
Yeah, he was there on Sunday, and he was very confident, and I kind of.
They looked good for the first half, and came out absolutely terrible in the second half. Oh, they changed it to an incomplete pass, but they're reviewing it.
That's why I like that game, because I had to miss the first half, and then I got home, and that's when everything started to get better. That's when I was like it was like everything's coming to Millhouse.
Matt mid Giants game, he just reads a tweet. He just goes, just told Zach Wilson to his face he sucks. Who do you think said that? I was like, well, obviously Danny.
Oh, Mike is not connected. So it's just you and I for the moment.
Fucking man, he probably went to the bathroom.
He probably did. But yeah, I can see a world where Josh Allen beats the shit out of them, but I can also see a world where the Jets defense kind of, makes a couple of plays. And it's because I think this is a huge test for Sauce as well. If Sauce can contain Stephon Diggs.
It's true. He might not. He might, and just Gabe Davis gets open 100 times.
That cost me so much fantasy left. Did they call it back, or
they reversed it to a touchdown?
Oh, okay, so it's a tie game now. Yeah,
that's the point. Still pending.
Yeah, that's my big thing too. Last week, I needed Gabe Davis to have a big week to win in fantasy, and he was fucking quiet. So if you want,
he's a 40-point game or like
I beat Griff by 122 points last week.
Yeah, Matt, you fucking smoked me. I had the worst.
It was one of the worst weeks I've ever seen.
Where'd you go? Bathroom?
No, I don't know what happened. I wasn't even touching the computer, and it just said it was mited. The mute. I just combined the two words. I feel like Griff for a second.
Mited?
The mited was mute. The mic was muted for no reason. I didn't even touch it. Yeah, I was still listening.
I literally had 3 players get double-digit points last week, and that was Chris Olave, Nick Chubb, and Ramondre Stevenson. Besides that, everyone had under 10 points.
Derrick Adams
with a point.
Did you beat him by?
Yeah, Derrick Henry scored 36 points, and he was the 3rd leading scorer on my team. I beat him by 122 points. This is incredible.
Did he not even get 122, I'm guessing?
No, he had like 96 points, I think.
You beat him by more points than he had.
I had 93.
I had to fucking grind out a fucking huge victory last week against one of the worst teams in our league. No, I was going to. But no.
You lost.
Last week I was supposed to win. No, I'm talking about my other league.
Yeah,
the league I'm good at. It was fucking 147. No, sorry. 173 to 164. I had fucking Chubb, Cooper, Kamara all went off. He had fucking McCaffrey and Murray.
The one thing I'll say right now is by looking at our league.
And ETN.
Our league is fairly wide open.
Yeah, it's close. I hate it.
Which one? YWC or
the podcast league? Because the podcast league, Andy's in first place at 7-1.
Oh, fuck that league. I suck at every other league except my own.
And then
it's a bad year. Bad year.
I'm projected to beat you now. Griff, you have 2 empty roster spots on in your team?
I do?
Hey, you guys got to pay attention.
Yeah.
No, I do. Shit. I'm going to go pick I'm going to pick people up live on the podcast. Let's see.
Good luck. There's fucking nobody. Actually, there's decent people. Like Alec Pierce, I think, is still there.
Ramey was starting Clyde last week in a different league, and he was on a bye until I snapped him. It's like, hey, you're gonna need to change this.
Alec Pierce, Drake London, Peoples Jones, Dobbs. Wow, Drake London hasn't done anything since week 3.
Yeah, he's been garbage. I don't like. I like
Hunter
Dobbs.
Renfrow, also one of the worst players of the year.
Oh yeah, God.
Ben Skoranek, who can have like either like a couple catches in a game or he'll like get a touchdown.
Griff, pick up Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty decent pickup. If he's still a free agent, I would grab him now.
Yeah, fucking Robert Woods is also one of the most disappointing players.
His quarterback's Tannehill.
So his quarterback was fucking what team was he on before? Oh, the Rams. Yeah. Jared Goff.
Garrett Goff. What did you expect from fucking Bobby Trees?
Mecole Hardman had 26 points last week. He's actually been going off the last 2 weeks. 10 points, 11 points, almost 12, and then 26. Bobby Trees is nasty. He's got to let him. Corey Davis is available. Hunter Hurst Henry.
I just got
Hunter Hurst helmet.
H. Hand.
Oh God.
Get Skoranek.
Let's see.
I swear they throw to him every play.
What do you guys think Mr. Christian B's up to?
Working out.
Yeah.
Good point.
Or hanging out with his girlfriend.
I hope he listens to the podcast.
I don't know. Is he a big football fan?
I figured.
Assume he's a New England fan.
Madison's not bad. Yeah. 10 points last week.
Madison's a guy. I think of the years Matt has had Dalvin Cook. I think that's the guy that like Matt like just latches on and hates because he takes away all the touchdowns from Dalvin.
No, he's the guy that I needed when Dalvin Cook got hurt, and Randy wouldn't trade him to me.
Talk about how
Randy won't. He's the biggest fan of this podcast, but Randy will not take any fucking trade.
I offered him a trade.
So annoying.
I have 3 really good defenses, so I'm like, I may try and trade one for a pick, and he's like, I won't trade picks. Like, you're gonna try to upgrade your team or just stand pat and hope for the best? Because if my team plays like it's supposed to, nobody has a chance.
I think I have a trade pending that he hasn't responded to yet.
If it's for picks, he's not going to do it.
Oh no, I think he just declined it.
I just offered him like a good defense and just swapped like 10th for an 8th or 10th for a 9th.
I basically sent him the trade I sent to you with Geno Smith, but for even like I think I traded him. I was like Geno and a 9th for an 8th.
Yeah, he won't do it. But
no.
Griff,
would you do that, Matt?
If you want the Patriots defense, I might trade them to you next week.
I'm good. I'm gonna stay pat with the.
He traded picks for the Bucks defense, who's been absolute garbage for about a month.
Matt's such a pussy. He'll shit talk Lamar, but won't trade for Geno.
Well, I'm not trading for a quarterback.
I don't get why Matt like shits on his quarterback. He's like, I don't want a backup quarterback. It's like, well, you don't like your quarterback. You can mix and match based on.
He should be. No, I'm not doing that because I'll never make the right choice. You know that.
But
I'll put Lamar on the bench and he'll go off for 48 again.
But also,
I'm not starting Geno Smith. Sorry.
I mean, does Lamar have a bye yet?
No. Next week.
Oh, you might need him for 1 week. Come on, I'll give you a fucking 12th pick, and you just have to give me an 11th.
No.
It's like not even worth it for you. I mean, not even
worth it.
No, it is worth it for you. Really, your 11th pick next year is going to be better than what Geno Smith gives you next week.
Probably. Who do they play next week?
The Geno Smith?
Yeah.
Vegas, the worst team against quarterbacks. Literally.
No. Geno Smith next week plays
Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa. They play Tampa in Munich. That's the 9:30. That's another last 9:30 game of the year.
I hate that.
It's at 6:30 a.m. It says, fucking West Coast time.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm glad I'm not the only one who has that. That the Yahoo app for some reason and the website only says the West Coast times.
I love how you just said that. The Yahoo app.
Yeah.
Actually, no. All the other time, every time I have is East Coast.
Weird.
But it says that one's at 6:30. Is it at 6:30 or is it at 9:30?
There's no way there's a
6 Pacific.
Yeah, there's no way there's a 6:30 a.m. game in the East Coast.
Did you say specific time or Pacific time?
Yeah, it's 9:30.
Do you see Mr. 3000? Okay, we'll flip the DVD over.
Long field goal for Jake Elliott, 54 yards.
Oof.
On a 2nd and 3, but 2 seconds left in the half. Kick is way right. Not even close.
But did he make it?
It is good.
Wow, crazy. All right,
wide right game? 9 feet. They actually tell you.
What's the next game?
I never noticed that.
Or did we finish and I missed it?
What?
What's the next game?
The New England Patriots playing the Indianapolis Colts, where the Patriots are -5 on the spread.
What the fuck is NEP?
New England Patriots.
Never
what the
seen
hell?
that in my life.
I don't like that at all.
It's just NE.
NEP.
I decided sometimes I put NE, sometimes I put NEP. It's my show. I do what I want.
I think the Colts are going to cover because Deion Jackson's going to go off.
Patriots by a billion.
Where is this game?
In New England.
Patriots just pick apart bad teams.
They'll cover.
You could say the rookie quarterbacks too. Sam Ellinger's got no shot.
It's going to be
Jonathan Taylor's washed.
You didn't think Bailey
Zappi
had a
He hasn't
shot?
practiced all week.
Who didn't?
Taylor.
Yeah, he sucks. Bum. So glad I didn't have the first pick in any league.
Yeah, it's depressing. He sucks.
I'm going to try for the 10th pick in every league next year.
Should I try trading him to someone else?
No, I don't know who's going to want
Taylor.
it. If you sold him low, maybe I'd take a flyer on him, but you're not going to
I'd take him for like a 12th.
I mean,
but you'd have to give me a 13.
I would like feed him to like someone in like, let's see, I don't know, maybe
they'd have to be really desperate for a running back. Because like if I had nobody, I would shell out.
What are his points? His weekly points?
He started off the first week great, and then he's been garbage.
Should I trade him to Bruce D. Lips, David Lee, who has Gus Edwards and Ronnie Rivers as his running backs?
27.5, 7, 12, 4, 0, 0, 15, 6.
Yeah, no.
Brutal.
David's in a position where he has no chance of winning this league, so he's probably going to sell. But he has nobody to sell. So
can we talk about how I got Dalvin Cook?
Terrible.
I got Dalvin Cook for a 5th round
because Hector's a fucking idiot. I told him that. I'm like, you don't ever take the first offer.
I was shocked you freaking.
I can't. It wasn't that egregious where I could veto it.
Do you think
you bought Dallas for $50? I just saw that.
Because I didn't know if anybody else was going to pay attention, and now I'm trying to trade one of those defenses.
Who do you got?
I have San Francisco, New England, and Dallas. They're all amazing.
I have Dallas and San Francisco in another one. I have.
I'm only looking to trade up like one spot, like 10 to a 9.
You don't think a backup quarterback's good, but 3 defenses?
Well, I added them to try and trade them because I have the space.
Oh, finally, Michael Thomas on IR.
Why even keep him? He's out for the season.
Is he now? Is that why they put him on IR?
Yeah, Ramey texted me this afternoon.
Oh, well, why didn't he didn't group chat it? Do you want to trade me one of those defenses for Geno Smith?
Without any pick swaps? No.
Why would I pick swap? You have 3 defenses. You don't need them.
Yeah, I'm trying to upgrade my picks
no one's
for
gonna
next
buy.
year.
No one's gonna buy it.
You never know. They're good defenses.
Brandon Cooks was listed out today. Is he getting traded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those waiver wires from like the baseball where you can.
It says personal reason. Is he just going to sit out the rest of the year?
Basically, they're not going to. They can cut him, but they're not going to because his dead cap would be a lot on the.
Why wouldn't they have just traded him then? Take what you can get for him.
Dysfunctional organizations do dysfunctional things. You know what it was like that David Gettleman is a GM.
He was making it. Cooks was making it seem like he was like being cool and nice. They probably didn't like even realize he wanted out.
Yeah,
he's like no more Mr. Nice Guy after. I was like, well, maybe if you spoke up before, they would have fucking in demand a trade. They would have traded you.
They should have traded him anyway.
I'm just gonna go back to this quick.
Why? They're about to turn it around next year.
I'm gonna go back to NEP for a second.
Now I can't unsee and unsay that. Like every time I see it, that's the NEP.
I'm picking the Patriots by 100.
I'm taking the Patriots. I'm going to take them to cover, but I'm going to take the under. I think this is a defensive football game where Bill Belichick will make Sam Ellinger do dumb things.
I mean, yeah, there's 3 quarterbacks that have a chance, 4 quarterbacks that have a chance of playing, and they're all terrible.
Jesus Christ, this fucking hockey game is insane.
Where are you on the quarterback situation? Are you still full bloom love with Mac Jones?
I basically will support whoever gives us the best chance to win.
Well, yeah, cop-out answer. Mac Jones sucks.
Where are you? Where is your emotions right now?
Mac Jones is awful. Just admit it.
With both quarterbacks, I still think that. But with Bailey, there's less cons than there is with Mac, because I feel like Mac in the pocket just kind of freezes up while Bailey will roll out and make some plays. But I just don't think that I was always in agreement with this last week of you play Mac because you don't blow his confidence. Because if you sit a first-round pick for a fourth-round pick, it just looks bad on the organization.
Yeah, so you're benching Mac. You're benching Mac. Like, he's no longer your quarterback.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't write off him. If this was, say, Mac was in his say if Mac was in the Daniel Jones situation right now and playing like this, then it's a different tale. But Mac's only in his 2nd year, and they brought in Bailey Zappi in the draft because Jared Stidham wasn't cutting it, and I'm happy to have a competent backup quarterback. That's all I'm going to say.
Your backup's better than your starter.
I mean, yeah, but Bailey was not good. Like, he came in and overthrew Jacoby Myers, who was wide open, and he luckily caught it and got the touchdown. Like it wasn't like Zappy came in that game and was good.
Like
he was
he's
pretty
incredible,
bad.
Yeah,
But before that, he was
back.
The Green Bay game, the Detroit game, and the Cleveland game, he looked good. But Chicago, though, that was a game where it was just one of those games where you guys last Sunday, offensive, defensive, special teams, nothing was playing well. It's just bad day at the office. Every team and every league has them. No matter how good or bad you are, you always have that one game. Hell, I'm going to go back to Buffalo because it's a relevant example. They lost to Jacksonville this week last year, remember?
Yeah, but Mac Jones just isn't good. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I'm not out here saying
at least Buffalo is good and has a bad week. Like the Giants have been winning all year and just absolutely shit the bed in every situation last week.
That's what I'm saying. Chicago.
But there's no precedent for Mac Jones being this good quarterback. He
won a game once. He won a game once, only throwing 3 times. It's impressive.
You signed a lot. We'll get to that. You signed a lot of people last year. You built a good team. You still have Bill Belichick, and you schemed it where Mac Jones didn't have to do anything. Kind of like how Daboll's finally scheming around Jones, and it makes him look better. Even though I still think he's playing really well in the system. But when a coach schemes around for a quarterback, it just makes him look so much better than he is. But you could tell Mac Jones was not good when you watch the film, or not the film, just normally watching a game. I don't know. I'm starting to feel that way about Zach Wilson now with his week last week. Just I've never seen a quarterback look that dumb 3 times.
He doesn't know how to throw the ball away.
Yeah, mental mistakes.
But he was those are rookie mistakes that Wilson was making against the Patriots. He essentially was throwing off his back foot, which is what Mac did on the Jaquan Brisker interception against Chicago.
I'm still waiting for Zach to have multiple great games.
Yeah, but this year though he hasn't
didn't they win 2 or 3 in a row and he didn't throw a single touchdown pass?
Yeah, no. I think it was 3 games in a row.
Ever since Breece Hall went down, he's just look, they barely beat Denver, and then New England. I know there was that roughing the passer call, but at the same time too, he just made some really bad decision making last week too, and that he was getting pressured a lot. And he was just throwing it, being someone's out there. With Mac, look, this year's been bad for him. I'll say this. I give it 1 more year because with all quarterbacks, I think there's always that 3-year rule of thumb.
Well, you're not going to be in position to draft anyone.
No, we're not going to.
You might as well.
You're going to
get Lamar.
It's probably going to be hey, will they pick up his 5th-year option or not? Same as we did.
Yeah, it's going to
next year, year 4 or year 3.
Next year will be year 3 for Mac.
So they won't talk about that to the year after.
But I don't think he's not going to be around for it. He'll be around for at least.
If he's bad next year and they don't win a lot of games, he's gone.
The saving grace with next year is that they do have money to spend next year again.
Yeah, I have no idea.
How many more tight ends do you want to sign?
2. Yeah, what happened to both Judon?
Jonnu Smith and
Jonnu and Henry.
Hunter. Yeah, Hunter.
For some reason, they're deciding to use Hunter Henry in more of a run blocking role, but he's always been on his ass, and he's not a good run blocking tight end. I
don't think I've heard Jonnu Smith's name once this year. Is he doing anything?
He was so good 3 years ago.
He had 1 good year in Tennessee, and then last year he was okay, and then this year he started doing because 21 he didn't do any of the OTAs, any of the minicamp stuff. He didn't go to any of those, and this year he was locked in. That's why I remember I tweeted out in the season, and you replied to me. I thought this year he was going to have a good season, but they haven't been using him. It's been Jacoby Myers. It's been for stints Devontae Parker's had a couple good moments. Nelson Aguilar, I want off my football team, and the one guy I was really expecting to have a good season, Kendrick Bourne, has done fuck all year. So I don't know what exactly is going on, but I think
who's your wide receivers coach these days? Is Joe Judge doing those?
No, Troy Brown.
Oh well.
You want to hear Jonnu Smith's fantasy points this year?
Yeah,
Giants
really bad. He had the best catch he had was against Cleveland 3 weeks ago.
This is seriously crazy. 6.3. All right, not a bad week 1. 0. 6.5. 0. 0. 8.1. 1. 4. 4. 2. 0. It's Jonnu Smith.
Oh,
almost irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not in the game plan whatsoever, I guess.
It's insane.
Because our best offensive players are running back.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, I still think Damian Harris isn't a Patriot next year. I think this is Ramondre Stevenson's team because the Patriots did draft 2 I
just thought Matt's name is Trusay.
The Patriots
Does
drafted
it show up?
2.
Oh yeah, you fixed it.
They drafted 2 running backs in last year's draft in Kevin Harris and Pierre Strong. So we'll see what happens there. But with New England, look, I don't have any expectation for this year. My thing would be, you know what? As long as they're in the hunt come Thanksgiving, that's I think what any football fan wants.
Yeah, but I think in the long term they're screwing themselves. They're doing this mediocre thing where they're not going to get good players. They're not going to get as good of players in the draft. Not that they draft well to begin with, anyway. I don't care if Cole Strange is the best guard in the league; it's still a reach.
It was a reach, but the fact that he's playing pretty well
it helps, but
he had a bad game against the Jets. So that's the thing. He's had a couple.
Player's a reach. Nothing can make it not a reach because it's just the premise of you could have gotten him later.
Yeah, I just think
who was the guy in the Raiders cut? Leatherwood.
Oh,
yeah, that was a reach.
Such a bad pick. So bad.
They had 3 in a row, didn't they? Didn't they get Cleveland Ferrell?
Well, I was actually thinking about this earlier today. The Raiders have had one of the worst draft track records from 2019 to 2021. Cleveland Ferrell, Josh Jacobs, okay.
He's incredible, right?
I
don't know why they thought he might get cut in the beginning. That's how dumb the Raiders
are. They didn't pick up his 5th-year option. He's probably going to walk in the offseason and go get big money elsewhere.
Yeah,
unless Vegas locks him up.
They probably could have locked him up for decent money because he wasn't that
Who are you talking about?
Really good.
Josh
Jacobs.
Oh yeah.
They were he was playing in the last preseason game.
Yeah. And then 2020's draft picks, one is probably going to prison for a very, very long time, and Henry Ruggs, and then Damon Arnett's just a fucking
Ruggs
moron.
Wasn't even good when he was playing.
Imagine investing in his cards.
Did someone do that?
Oh, I'm sure plenty of people invested in his cards. There was one TikTok where they just showed a bunch of graded cards, and it's all of him.
Oh God! And then Damon Arnett.
You can get him signed pretty easily.
And then wasn't Damon Arnett online threatening to kill people?
No, that was Will Arnett.
No, that was just Lego Batman.
Yeah. And then
Arnett was showing guns and shit.
Yeah. Basically, Mike Mayock's draft logic was if you went to Clemson, Bama, or Ohio State, you were going to be a Raider. Those, literally, all his first-round picks came from those schools.
And that's why Trevor Lawrence is on the Raiders.
What?
He said Clemson. I don't know.
They traded him?
What's the next game? Oh, speaking of Trevor Lawrence.
Jacksonville versus Vegas.
Versus Lass.
That's one of the worst games.
It's LAV.
Oh, my God, Griff, you're just botching this so bad. Who the fuck is Las?
Las Vegas, baby.
This botching so hard. He's down.
He's down. Do you want me to change Green Bay to GBP?
Yes, please.
I won't.
He's down.
Do we want to go? Oh God, where do I want to go here? Do we want to take? What do we want to do? With this game right here, Jacksonville.
They
Vegas.
both are so bad. Jacksonville can't lose again. They're more talented. They're actually overall they might be more talented. The Raiders' defense, even Patrick Graham, who I love, their defense kind of doo doo.
Dude, Chandler Jones has been a bad signing for them, and then Max Crosby is
who's been a bad signing? You cut out
Chandler Jones.
Oh yeah, he hasn't. I haven't heard his name once this year. Max Crosby's pretty legit though. God
damn it, he's legit. It's just there were some Raider fans saying that he should be defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
And they're calling him the best edge rusher in the NFL, and I was like, okay, let's stop it.
Raiders fans are not known for being intelligent.
No,
they root for the Raiders.
Yeah,
hey,
for this game. Yeah, for this game, I think I'm going to go Vegas. I want to go Vegas just because they got their ass kicked last week.
God, where is this game again?
In Jacksonville.
I'm going to say it's a tie.
I'm going to go Jags plus.
Yeah. I'm going to go that under, though. I'm going to
take
the
Jags, they're going to pull it win, too.
Griff, if you can tell me who just scored for the Devils, I will give you $1.
Jesper Bratt?
Oh, no. That was a quick response. Miles Wood. The fucking Oilers are so fast. That's one of the few teams that can keep up with our pace.
Is Miles Wood's nickname
so
Musket?
Fast. It's garbage.
Oh, he sucks. First down.
He's just not good.
For a sack, not an injury. Miles Musket.
What is it? Still 14-14?
Yeah. Second half is only a half a minute in.
Miles
Chatterbox
Musket.
Yeah.
He died from a combination of tuberculosis and a tomahawk to the head.
Whoever made the suit out of rubber foam has a bad idea.
YWC Family Guy talk.
Yeah.
All right, you got these correct.
Yep, Chicago versus Miami.
I don't care if they're in Chicago or Miami.
Can we talk about the Chicago? I almost said the Chicago Blackhawks.
We can if you want. They're garbage.
I don't. I saw them play last week, and I'm more than okay not talking about the Blackhawks. The Bears. Do we buy in? Well, I was going to say do we buy in the Justin Fields hype, but we'll get to that in a sec.
They have a great.
I can't believe there's hype still.
What was the point of trading away your two best defenders and probably players, in Robert Quinn and Roquan Smith, to trade a second for Chase Claypool? I don't care if it's even your own. I think it was their own second.
It was the better second.
It was the better second. But
I mean, they're not trying to win now, so trading their two best defensive players, they need draft capital back.
The fact they didn't even get a 1 for either one is ridiculous. So Robert Quinn had 20 sacks last year, or like 18.
Yeah. What did they get back for both defensive players?
They got us 4th for Robert Quinn, and I think they got a 2nd and a 5th for Roquan Smith.
Jeez, yeah. All right, so they got picks back, and they want to put somebody out there for his quarterback to evaluate him. That's it. But I honestly don't think evaluating
Justin Claypool is laughable, though.
No, I totally agree.
That's
the reasoning that they're putting talent around their quarterback to see what they got while tanking.
Yeah, because like the only
you got to do air quotes when you say talent.
Yeah, because I
don't think Claypool's good, but
I mean he's better than what they had.
I don't think Judy's good either. Like people are obsessed.
No, Judy's good. Judy's good.
He's not. He's a number 2 at best, and he drops a lot of passes. Not somebody that.
Yeah, so does Richie James. What do you want?
Yeah, I don't want anyone like that. I honestly am much rather have. I think much Judy's happier with Isaiah Hodgins.
Well, let's do this right now. Who should be a good pickup for you guys, by the way. Like with the Bears, would you rather have Claypool or Darnell Mooney?
Well, don't they have both?
No, I'm saying like if you had to pick between the two,
probably Mooney.
Just based on players or his money and age and anything count?
Player, like just overall player and skill.
It's hard to ever judge Mooney because he's been playing with only Justin Fields. So I'd
probably put up some decent numbers. I think I would take Mooney.
It's like you're going to take him obviously over St. Brown. You're going to take him over Dante Pettis.
I don't know. Dante Pettis has had some of their biggest plays this year. Speed guy. He's like a John Ross. Him and John Ross tore it up in Washington together. Just faster than everyone.
I love Amon-Ra St. Brown though. Too bad they don't have him.
Yeah, they have Equanimous.
Can they? Maybe the Bears should make a trade and get fucking Equanimous. Put them together.
What they have.
No, I said sorry. I meant the Lions should make a trade.
Because
and then more weapons.
Yes.
It's almost like to say though that their best pass catcher could be Cole Kmet at the moment.
He's garbage.
Yeah.
That's not saying a lot.
He was like a sleeper tight end for fantasy this year that if you like waited to get him, he should get some passes. He's fucking done nothing.
My sleeper wide receiver was Allen Robinson, and how's that looking for me?
Yeah, Robert Woods, Allen Robinson, even Michael Thomas.
I didn't think Allen Robinson was a big of a sleeper. I thought he would be fucking good. Remember when Miguel made fun of me for drafting him like 6 years ago? Like he's good.
Not in the league, but I remember hearing about it, and I'm like, you draft him in what round? Why is that? I was like, why is that a big deal?
And it was super late, and like he was good. So.
I'm almost positive it was 2014. It was his rookie year.
No, I think he was in the league before that. I think he had a decent year his rookie year, and then I took him his second year.
All right, so
and it was in like the late, like maybe the 8th, 9th, or 10th round. He's like, oh, bad pick.
And then even
like awesome.
Yeah, like even a sleeper running back I had was David Montgomery, and David Montgomery's that's Khalil Herbert's backfield.
He's either great or terrible.
Yeah, there's like no in between. My logic with Allen Robinson this year was that he would take some passes away from Cooper Kupp, but then the first game,
they throw all the time.
You would think they always go to Skoranek or Kupp.
I mean, it worked for Odell. Robinson. Odell was great. They're just not. I don't know what's wrong with that team.
No
Stafford's probably hurt or still hungover.
We'll get to them in a bit. Is this the game Green Bay gets their shit right?
A brutal game. I mean, I can't see Green Bay losing more divisional games.
Yeah, they're really bad. But
Whips out. Unless it's a Jamal Williams revenge game.
This game is in Detroit.
I'm going to say Green Bay by 3.
Yeah. Also, one thing.
With the under.
Yeah, I agree. I was going to go over just because Detroit, but I feel like Detroit, like they tempt you into taking it, but then the games where everyone thinks, Detroit's going to score points, they don't do anything.
Yeah, they haven't scored points in like forever, it feels like.
Yeah. The one thing I was going to say with Minnesota quickly just came across my ADD mind. After this week, they don't play again in outdoor environment until January when their last 2 games are in Green Bay and in Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah.
What team?
Minnesota.
Oh, interesting.
That's
They
pretty.
could shit the bed at the end of the year.
There's a lot of games this week where I look at it and I'm just like, I do not care about them besides like my own. Like this game right here, like Falcons.
This
and
is a
Chargers.
crappy week to have a bye for your
It's hard to
favorite
bet
team.
against the Falcons right now.
This is insane.
It is.
It's hard to bet. It's hard to bet for the Chargers too.
I think at +3, you take the Falcons.
How come it's not the ATF? Atlanta.
I would take Atlanta
alcohol
money line
Tabasco
at
task
that
force,
point.
something like that.
Alcohol Tabasco Task Force.
No, what
I thought you said
ATF stands
Tabasco.
for?
I thought you said Tabasco.
I can't
Alcohol,
laugh
tobacco,
anymore.
and
Yeah.
firearms.
What is it? Yeah, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. My bad.
I think the
I feel like Atlanta money line is a decent chance.
I mean, I'm gonna look at the. I'm just gonna pull up the score app just because that's where I get all the odds. I just want to see what they are.
I'm gonna go
Like
Chargers to cover.
174. Plus
It doesn't
174, I'm guessing, or 125.
I'm gonna go to fan. The score didn't list it on there. They just list the over under and the spread. I'm just gonna go here quickly too. Where is it? NFL. They are, drum roll please, or if I can find it. Plus 134.
Brutal drum roll.
Hey, I don't have hands for you. Just that was worse. Sounds like you just ripped ass.
Trying to impersonate yours.
Yeah, sure.
And that's the 1 o'clock window as we move on to the 4
Seattle
o'clock
by a
window.
million.
Wow,
Arizona versus Seattle.
Seattle's winning the Super Bowl. Bet on it. They're at least going.
I'm gonna say that after they beat us, Cardinals are gonna win. The Seahawks will shit the bed.
Call of Duty came out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's true.
Everyone knows you don't really dig in your gaming hours until 2 weeks in.
2 weeks in, yes, exactly.
You let it sit on the shelf for a week, then you dabble with it. Brian Dabble.
Call me Dabs.
It's Dabes.
Everyone says Dabs sounds better.
Well, no, Dabs is that.
Yeah, I know. But
Dabes. It's
Call me
Dayball. Dabes.
call me Dabs.
I prefer Dayball.
How about I just call you Brian?
Hey, Brian.
Hey,
It's too many
Brian.
Too many Brians.
Also, the Cardinals don't have another game outside of their
Time zone?
until January.
Time zone or
Like
division?
they stay out of the west. They stay on the West Coast because they have
I thought Matt was just taking a stupid guess.
they have Seattle.
It wasn't a stupid guess. It was a good guess.
Then they go to LA, and then in 2 weeks we get them in San Francisco in Mexico.
They're just like one of the stupidest teams. It's like you keep stacking your roster, getting new people, and then just not being good. If you look at the history, Ramey and I have done this. You look at their history after Thanksgiving, it's
They're
just
terrible.
like every
They're
year
awful.
they just go downhill.
You also look at their draft history from 2013 on. They've only hit on 2 first-round picks in that
I
time.
mean, they've signed 3, I think.
They did fleece. They did fleece
Giants offensive lineman.
Houston.
Giants offensive lineman. The worst
Yeah,
offensive
Pugh and
line.
their offensive
Pugh was
line's
like
not
the best
good.
one. Yeah,
Pugh's-
Pugh actually was good for a few years after us, but fucking Hernandez is garbage, and I think they have Billy Price.
Hey, Hernandez.
Yeah, isn't Billy Price? Wasn't he in Cincinnati last year?
He was in Cincinnati, and then we traded for him, and he was the worst center in the league.
So bad.
And then the Giants posted hasn't given up a sack all year, and it's like, well, centers usually don't give up sacks.
Yeah.
The one bit of Giants love I will give, though, is that Andrew Thomas has been really good at left tackle, and that when you get Evan Neal, and when Evan Neal gets to be better,
yeah,
that's going to be a really good tackle situation to have.
It's an undersell for Andrew Thomas.
Wirfs could never. Wirfs could
He's
never.
like the 5th best tackle in the league right now.
I thought they were going to take. I thought Wills would have been the pick for them to take. I was kind of shocked when they went Andrew Thomas, but
I think
Andrew
everybody
Thomas was the guy everyone was saying. It's like the same thing with Kayvon Thibodeau. It's like this guy was number 1. This guy's number 1. This guy's number 1. Season ends, nothing happens. This guy's number 5 now, and somebody else is number 1. This guy's. It's like, well, I'd rather have the player that we all thought when he was playing was the best, and not the guy in the underwear Olympics who like Trayvon Walker. Like, ooh, this guy could be something.
There's always those people from the combine that impress that like never have good careers or anything like that.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's like the guy just stick with you, like your gut. Like you know these guys are good.
That's
like you know how perfect the draft last year dropped for the Giants.
Yeah, it was great.
How's Iquanu doing?
He's doing pretty well.
pretty well, but he got beat by. Oh no, never mind. That was Charles Cross last week. Charles Cross got beat by Micah McFadden.
And who was the guy that was?
But all of them have played pretty well, except Neil had a little bit of more struggles.
It was Andrew Thomas bully Robert Quinn in the Bears-Giants game a month ago, right?
Yeah, he owns him in his career. Last year they faced each other when Quinn was going for the sack record, and he only he did the same he didn't play the run once. He's like Talking Giants interviewed Andrew Thomas. He's like, yeah, he didn't play the run once. He just tried to pass rush every time and get a sack every time to get the record. And he got one on him, but out of every rep, he got destroyed by Andrew Thomas. So him going to the Eagles doesn't scare me that much.
Oh, and there's also a game here. I got to look up the date of it. I think it's week 13, but on the podcast right now, let's see if it is correct. Yes, it is. Week 13, Giants are definitely going to win because I believe that's the next time they're wearing their throwback uniforms. I knew they were going to beat the Bears because when there's a uniform bet, you just take it.
We've never won in our whites, so I don't know.
Blues.
I wouldn't do that for all.
Chicago, you're wearing against the Commanders.
Yeah, I mean, I would also bet on us against the Commanders because the Commanders suck. But yeah, I don't know. We're never good in big situations because we're usually playing good teams. So I'm glad we picked two shitty teams to wear those jerseys against.
We picked
still managed to lose the first one in the whites.
Meanwhile, with Pat Patriot here, we managed to pick one shitty team and one elite team because the next time the Patriots wear the red throwbacks, we play Buffalo on a Thursday night. If I had told you 6 months ago that this game, the loser of this game is probably their season's probably cooked after this, would you have believed me? Probably not. So I want to ask you guys, who's more likely to get back on track? Who's the team that's going to rise up and win?
The fucking Bucks have an easier division.
It's true.
Yeah, but if you go 3-6, though, still seems like
there's no excuse for the Bucks defense to suck.
Yeah.
Devin
White played awful last week.
Tom Brady needs to
got exposed.
Mike Evans has been super hit or miss this year. Mainly miss.
He's been dropping a bunch of open passes.
Signing autographs to the refs.
He's getting golf lessons.
He's getting what?
Did you say he's getting gallbladder surgery? What?
Golf lessons. Apparently, it's like a Texas A&M thing where the guy knows the golf coach or something for Texas A&M, and Mike Evans obviously went to Texas A&M.
He's really getting golf lessons.
That's the rumor apparently going around. And that's another case too. I thought Texas A&M was going to be a great team this year.
Just why did he have to go through the ref?
Why did it have to be in the tunnel after?
I don't know. I don't know what did they conclude that they were doing because it looked like he was signing autographs. I don't know.
He probably wrote down his phone number to get golf lessons.
Yeah, that's what.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that's why I'm not saying it as a joke.
I thought he was just dropping passes because he's too focused on golf lessons or some shit.
No, he literally. That's the conclusion they came on to with that investigation was that the ref was just giving him a phone number or something like that.
He couldn't have waited.
Nope.
It's ridiculous. Hey, I know you guys just lost, but here you go.
Yeah. You couldn't get a golf lesson from anyone else. How does he even talk to? How does the ref get in contact with Mike Evans?
The referee was Phil Mickelson, actually.
Yeah. So where do we leave?
Then he would have been gambling on the game.
Yeah.
Wait, you want to hear some breaking news?
What?
Yeah.
Fucking the ADL CEO, the Anti-Defamation League, is not accepting Kyrie Irving's donation.
Wow.
We're optimistic. We're optimistic, but after watching the debacle of a press conference, it's clear that Kyrie feels no accountability for his actions.
Let's go.
He's a fucking moron.
Jay Williams gave Jay Williams, I think. Is it Jay Will? Yeah, Jay Williams said the perfect thing on ESPN today. It's like when you're a kid, if you get in trouble, if you do something stupid, your parents say, "I'm disappointed in you, but I'll punish you after you go out and play with your friends." I said it to you yesterday, Alex. It's the Myers Leonard thing. Remember Myers Leonard? I'm not going to say what he said on the Twitch stream, but he hasn't stepped foot on an NBA court since then and got fined right away immediately and an addressed apology. And here's Kyrie Irving saying that everything's fine. I'm just more shocked at the people that are defending him. I had to deal with people that were defending Deshaun Watson and calling me racist and thinking that I was thinking he only deserved the punishment because of the color of his skin. But with
Shaq and Chuck called him an idiot on air, which was amazing. And he is. Yeah. He's a fucking moron. Talking about this idiot.
Dude, in like the last 5 years, he's basically toxically ruined 3 franchises.
It's
Cleveland.
just crazy. The biggest issue
dumb.
is that being anti-Semitic is like the last like form of race or religion.
He says and does something anti-Semitic, and then he's like, "No, I'm not." What do you mean?
But he didn't say he's not. He never said no.
You still
he put his statement was like,
about.
"I don't believe anti-Semitic views." Like, what the fuck you mean you don't?
He was just like, if I believe who I am, then I'm not anti-Semitic. It's like, well, you didn't say no. You're not anti-Semitic. He just said, if I'm this, then this. It's like, well, that the other part of it is like doesn't make any sense. He tries to be a philosopher and say all this smart shit when he really doesn't say anything. He's fucking Adam Sandler in answering that question at the end of the movie.
He's a moron.
In no way was your point relevant.
Blah, blah, blah. Symbol No would have done just fine.
Yeah.
Of that movie. It's Billy Madison.
No. Yeah, thank you.
It's like the BP oil apology from South Park. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Yeah.
Or it's Mel Gibson's apology to the Jews from Family Guy.
Yeah.
I won't say that.
Yeah. It's just sad. I mean, besides like Italians, you can get away with making fun of Italians still.
Yeah. But
it's like the only ethnicity.
But it's just one of those things where it's just like you can't believe that like something like anti-Semitism still exists.
Eagles. Sorry.
Yeah, I can believe everything in this stupid country.
Yeah, everything exists. Racism still.
What's the score?
Yeah.
People 14. Still hate women.
Yep.
I hate them because I can't get them. But
that's called an incel. That's not called racism. But it's just I can't believe though where they were like we're going to suspend him for at least 5 games. Like why not come out and say yeah he's gone indefinitely?
Yeah, they should have indefinitely
release him.
He sucked last night or 2 nights ago.
Grow a set.
He hit 2 shots at the end of the game. That was it.
That was a perfect image though. The group of Jewish people that were sitting courtside that said like stop Jewish hate, and then there's him just standing there. It's just like you're really painting a picture there.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
All you have to do is say you're not anti-Semitic. I didn't. He doesn't. He also doesn't understand that putting something on social media is promoting it when you have millions of followers.
Yeah,
how dumb can you be?
But
like you're literally showing thousands and millions of people what this movie is now and what it is, and it's not a documentary. It's unfactual stuff. What the hell was that?
I don't know. This show's really going off the fucking rails.
I was trying to play an audio clip and the fucking music just cycles through.
Yeah.
I'll play it right now. The party started by Will Smith.
I have a big penis and you have a string penis.
I thought you were actually going to put out touchdown, AJ Brown. I thought you were going to actually give us some audio, but I'd rather you do that. What's the next game?
We're still on Tampa Bay versus the Rams.
Oh God, where is this game?
In Tampa.
Oh fuck. Rams by 4. Skoranek scores the first touchdown.
Neither get right, but Tampa.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an ugly football game. I'm going to go Tampa because I think now that Tom's divorce is passed, I think it's kind of like, you know what, he can focus on football.
Has it passed though? Is it official?
It's finalized.
He's still, I mean, his life is still in shambles.
No, yeah, his life's still in shambles, but
I also don't like. I don't want to get too into their relationship, but it can't be just like he won't retire, right? Because he's got like 50 years of life left.
Well, it was after that she found out that he was talking about Miami. Apparently, she got really pissed. Like, you're talking about fucking buying part of the team. What the fuck is this shit? You didn't tell me about.
Why? Like, how was that? How do you get mad at that?
Because
you're gonna make us more money.
Married. Well, spending some of their money. You got to talk that shit out.
I mean, once you buy a sports team, I'm pretty sure you instantly make your money back.
Griff is trying to buy part of the Argonauts, and he's got to discuss that with the fam.
Wow, this close to the wedding, Griff?
Yep.
Exactly. You don't just do that on your own. You got to talk it out.
Yep. And then we're on to Sunday Night Football finally. Kansas City, I almost said Tampa Bay. Kansas City versus Tennessee.
Hashtag extend Vrabel. Tennessee to cover, but they lose by like 8.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Because Kansas City has been a shit spread team for like the last 3 seasons.
5 wins in a row for Tennessee. I don't think they're going to look bad.
Kansas City by 17.
Ooh.
It's Tractor Cito season, so I expect Derrick Henry to have a good running game, but I still think that I think Kansas City wins the game, but Tennessee covers.
Let's hope it's over 44.5.
Titans score 21
points.
points.
Sure.
Derrick Henry 3 touchdowns, and they lose 42-21. I'll take that.
Yeah, but if Tennessee wins and Ramey looks dumb.
Fire Vrabel.
He's been saying that since he's been hired, I'm pretty sure.
Can you put up the Raiders graphic again? I just want to see if Alex fucking dies.
Loss.
I'm going to go quick on this one. I'm going to say Baltimore to win, Baltimore to cover, but I'm going to go under.
Baltimore definitely covers.
Baltimore by a lot,
yeah. Fucking Dennis Allen's a shitty ass head coach.
Man, Pete Carmichael's been yeah. What was I going to say? Pete Carmichael's been a really bad offensive coordinator as well, and I think Michael Thomas is on a new team next year.
He's not under contract, right? Or do they have to cut him?
I don't know how anyone can pay him.
Someone
can't stay healthy.
Someone will pay him less, I guess. He's not going to get what he fucking could have.
I know, but like,
Did he get hurt immediately following that insane season? Has he been hurt ever since then?
He's played like
had a few
10 games since that season.
So fucking bad.
He's been good for a few full seasons, though, hasn't he?
He's been good, but then he was really good in 2019, and then ever since then, he's just been hurt. There's also
didn't he set the record for most percent? What was it, like 140 something?
149 by Marvin Harrison.
He also had Drew Brees.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, he was nasty, and he was back for a full week this year. I was so excited.
Yeah,
didn't he play 2 weeks, or he had like
but
week
he had
week
2. He was really good, I think.
Yeah, that was the game where fucking Mike Evans got suspended.
Yeah. Well, no, he had 2 good weeks. Week 1, he had 22.7. Week 2, he had 18.5. Week 3, he had 9.9. And then
he did. He had
0.
He's actually had really good seasons.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Shit, no, he's really good.
Yeah,
his rookie 92 for 1100, 104 for 1200, 125 for 1400, 149 for 1700. And since
he didn't come out of nowhere in 2019.
No, but
I was just
like to the best.
Since then, I didn't know he was that good. But since then, he's played fucking nothing.
It's like a roller coaster. He's been up, and then
he's still worth a fucking 10th round fantasy pick every year.
Yeah, he's that guy that like everyone takes a flyer on, thinking like this will be the year he gets it right. This will be the year he's healthy, and then he's not.
Until this year, for the last like 2 or 3 years, it was Kenny Galladay, the same type of guy. Yeah. How about him for a big second half comeback now that Kadarius is gone? Everyone seems to be back on the Galladay train since his press conferences.
Well, it's so dumb. You're keeping him on the roster. Fucking try and use him to win.
Well, cutting him now would do nothing.
Yeah,
he's just hurt.
Yeah, you just have to ride that one out, basically.
I think we can cut him next year, and it's significantly less.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Is the Giants cap situation better next year? Or?
What
is it?
Yeah, it's not fixed, but it's fine. We'll be able to
manageable.
Find people. They should have just had a loss of like 5, and wow, huge screen pass for the Texans on 2nd and 14.
Was it Pierce?
No, it was a wide receiver.
What
Moore
the fuck
again.
Are you doing?
Matt's about to pick up Moore.
Who? DJ?
No,
I'm not. I don't have any room.
Matt picks up 9 points.
Fucking idiot. Useless.
Griff, Matt doesn't like waiver wires.
That's how you win fantasy football.
No,
he likes being able to pick up a guy who's paying attention in the moment.
That's not what the waiver wire is. That's just waivers. Waiver wire is picking up anybody. I don't like the fucking having to wait.
Yeah, but you also don't like the fucking whoever's in last gets the best waiver order. Stuff
That's
like
how
that.
It always goes.
I just hate. Well, no, in Matt's league, you can pick somebody up mid-game.
Yeah, there's no. You know this, Griff. You've been in the league for like 10 years.
Yep.
Yeah, it makes no sense because Matt always pays attention to everything, and Ramey's texting literally every update instead of.
I don't really pay attention when we're watching the Giants. I really don't pay attention. It's when I'm not. When the Giants
but if we switch to I almost said end zone to red zone in the commercial break, and you see a guy had his second touchdown of the game, you pick him up.
I haven't really done it recently.
No, because you had 4 first-round picks this year.
I still do it though.
Yeah,
I picked up as soon as you picked up Hubbard. I picked up Foreman.
Yeah, I picked it up. I only realized it because fucking last place team Matt Datu picked up both of them in YWC league.
Smart.
Yeah, him and Bobby have not been having stellar years, and Bobby's usually the guy that's like really.
Bobby's
good.
Also garbage in the ESPN league we're in, and he paid up. I can't wait to quit that league. Bobby, sorry if you're listening. There's going to be a mass exodus of that league.
Yeah, I'm so happy I didn't join.
There's nothing good about ESPN fantasy
Oh,
football.
it's so bad. It's so
No, there's
bad.
some good, but it's not as good.
It's so bad.
It's just bad. Yeah.
The final standings projection is cool. The I like that they give you a spread.
Yahoo does that.
They don't update it every week, do they?
On standings?
I think they do on
the projection, final standing projections.
Yeah, you can check that every week.
I think on the website you can, but not the Yahoo app.
Yeah, the Yahoo app.
I don't go on my computer for fantasy.
Yeah, the Yahoo app's not great.
I literally do I don't use the. I only do the Yahoo website for drafting, and then I use the app for everything else.
Yeah,
I can never.
You're
do that.
a psychopath if you're going on your computer every day.
Oh, it's so much more easy to navigate on your computer.
Yeah, but I'm just like always on my phone, and I'm never looking at my computer.
Yeah, we're all just general managers of imaginary football teams.
Pierce is 10 points, 107 yards, 11 points, 113 yards.
Wait,
give me a touchdown. And
he just did something because he just had 9
been
points.
Playing good all year.
No, he just had 9 points. Like I'm saying.
So yeah, he just got like 20 yards.
Yeah, he's got 113 yards in the day.
All right, that's I have McCaffrey and fucking Barkley on a bye week. I'll take that.
But guys, you know what? I can't believe I get to say this before we wrap up. And also quick shout out Randy again because obviously he's gonna love this episode.
Yeah, thanks for listening, Randy. Love you.
Yeah, we're in the home stretch of 200 episodes. I still can't believe it. I got to figure out something big to do for episode 200.
Naked.
Yeah, leak your news.
At least topless.
If
I start a Patreon, I'll do that. But for now, we'll.
They have OnlyFans in Canada.
Don't charge Randy.
Yeah. I'll just do the Randy. I'll do a Randy price, and I'll do everyone else.
The Randy tier. Yes, agree. Yeah, I love that.
Yes. I'll send a bunch of grunts just for you, Randy.
Oh God, it looks like I shit myself.
Yeah. I'll talk about all the times I got dirty.
Oh my God.
That one spilled a bunch of crunch on himself and made it look like he shit himself.
Yeah.
I think wasn't that what Griff was referencing?
Yeah. You're a fucking 5 hour.
I thought you were referencing when Randy asked if he ever fell in something sticky or something.
Imagine if
I was.
Imagine if you listened
not
to
the
this.
bunch of crunch.
No, but I know Matt said that he was
Yeah.
asked about it, and he said that I sat in Bunch of Crunch, and it looks like I shit myself.
Oh,
imagine listening to this podcast and not knowing who we are really, and just like, what are they talking about? Fucking Bunch of Crunch and getting dirty for?
Yeah, fucking Danny and who else do you always have on?
Oh, the main guest, Danny, Big Rat, Phil.
Big Rat's gonna be like, who the hell are these people?
What?
Yeah, I saw him once.
I never met him, but I know him through YouTube.
Dude, the amount of people that I've never met that have been on this show that are part of the YWC is pretty high. Like Matt Beast, Danny.
Matt Beast's a great guy.
Yeah, fucking Markeem. I don't know if you guys know him well. Nightmare Bala.
Fire Dennis Allen.
Yeah. I know you guys don't exactly. There's some stuff I don't know how friendly you are with him, but like Jared. There's a lot of people that have been. Yeah. Yes.
Fucking trademark.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a terrible fucking manager. I don't know anything about him as a person.
Awful facial expressions, but
he's a Giants fan.
He's. I've actually had some good Giants.
So it's bad judgment
on Twitter, but sometimes he has pretty bad takes.
Yeah, he messaged.
Who doesn't?
He actually messaged me to come on, so he'll be on next week.
Oh my God.
Matt Beast will be on next week.
Wow, he's messaging me to come on. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
And sad.
I'll also have my halfway Patriots recap with Patriots POV McGarvin next week.
I thought.
What about
for some
Keegan?
reason I thought he was gonna have a half recap.
No, we're gonna do like a half, like the first
Yeah,
half of the season.
I got it.
Yeah, we
did
did
a half
a month
recap
ago.
in this episode and half the other episode.
Or just I'm gonna cover the offense and that's it.
Yeah.
What about Keegan?
Keegan Stiefel is working for Nesson at the moment, actually.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he's a digital person. He does a lot of writing. I actually got to meet him in person. Also, a quick shout out to him because he just got his blue check mark and he didn't have to pay the $20 a month for it.
Wow.
For now.
Your most famous guess, honestly, it might be Justin Pennick at this point. Talking Giants is getting pretty big.
Yeah, him, or I'd say who else? There's been a few people from TikTok famous that I've gotten. There's some other people I'm trying to work on. It's just
what's the kid that you that fucking is really famous that Matt always sends? Predicted the Giants to get 2-12 this year or 2 and whatever.
Wait, who did
2
I
and
say?
14.
I know he had Book It with Trent.
I did have Book It with Trent around this time last year.
Is that the same guy?
No,
who's the one that does the horrible predictions?
I did not. I've never had Theo Ash on the podcast.
Theo Ash, yeah.
Yeah,
What a
no,
fucking
yeah.
loser.
He
He's
was a guy-
actually really smart. He knows what the fuck
his
he's
stuff.
talking
He predicted
but-
the Giants to have 2 wins this year.
I mean, come on. Who would have thought we'd be anywhere
2
near?
wins?
That's pretty low, though. Yeah.
6. I'll say that right now. Mine was
Look at
6
our
11.
schedule alone.
The other guy on his podcast, the black kid, said the Giants wouldn't win a game the rest of the year after they lost to the Seahawks.
What an idiot.
Yeah, I didn't like him.
We're going to lose to the Commanders twice.
Theo's pretty cool. The other guy is pretty good too, but I like Theo. I didn't really like that other guy.
Did that guy say it on Griff's
shit on the
podcast or on
Giants.
TikTok?
No, they had their own podcast. It was
Oh.
a TikTok. He said they won't win another game.
I've stitched him a
Like,
bunch.
no
because
team is going to go winless. Maybe one. But, like, the Lions will probably win a game. The freaking Cardinals will win a game. The Raiders will win a game. Like, no one's going to go winless for the next 8 games, bro.
No.
Connor McDavid is already 5th on the all-time Oilers point list. That's fucking.
Yeah, they've never had a good player on their team ever.
He's going to win the Rocket. He's going to win the Ted Lindsay. He's going to win the Art Ross, and he's going to win the Hart all this year.
He's
They're
just.
gonna be
going
elim-
for all 4.
they're going to be eliminated in what round?
I remember boy Keith. I remember I was like,
Oh,
what year did we go to the Rumble together?
15, the year Connor McDavid was
15.
drafted.
And I was like, who's the big guy? He's like, McDavid.
Yeah, I
Just
remember
watch McDavid. I'm
And then
like, all
TJ
right.
asked if a shirt relic you put on your shirt.
Oh,
I
gosh.
miss your friends.
Shirt relic on a
Yeah.
shirt.
I haven't seen Keith since then, but I haven't seen TJ since Mania.
Which Mania?
The only one we went to with him.
That was the last time I saw you guys.
New Orleans, right?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
There's
he
been a lot of
didn't
people
go
I
to
haven't seen.
Orlando.
There's been a lot of people I haven't seen since New Orleans. You, Miguel, Falcone, you guys, excuse me.
You're not missing much with Ryan.
No.
I've seen him too much.
That's once.
Yeah.
No, we went to a
No, I
Kid
mean, if
Cudi
you see
concert,
too
and
much.
oh yeah, I heard, yeah,
Who? Real Big Fish?
Kid Cudi. Wow.
Oh.
And what else did we go to? We went to 2 things. I can't even remember. Oh, the Yankee game.
Yeah.
But it got rained out.
Idiots went to the rain out.
It's
You know it
worth
was supposed to fucking be downpour. How much did you spend on fucking food?
I spent like $20 on drinks. Ryan ate.
Because they're assholes. They knew they weren't going to play, but they opened the stadium to make that money.
It was
that we
MLB
can not spend on Judge.
Yeah.
Not a Yankee fan, but the Pepsi porch is something I'd recommend to anyone going to a Yankee game in the future. I really liked it there. Out of the sun, nice air conditioning. You had a good view too.
You don't
Good
want to
enough
see
for
Matt
me in the sun on a Yankees game.
If I'm out of the sun, let's do this.
I did go to the Taco Bell across the street from the stadium just to go to the cantina to get
Is
some
that
food.
the,
before the game.
yeah, that's pretty sweet. I actually want to do that, even though I don't drink. I just
I
want
did
to
a bottle
experience the
glass of
Taco Bell.
vodka, and it was delicious.
You know that there's one.
Actually-
There's a Taco Bell that serves alcohol in New Haven.
They have a cantina in New Haven?
Yeah,
Oh,
There's
interesting.
one in Vegas that you can get married at for like $1,500.
that's incredible, Matt. You should look into that. Getting married to yourself.
I work with somebody who almost did their engagement photos at Taco Bell.
I thought you were gonna say they almost married themselves.
Yeah. Could I go in there with my left hand like I'm Adam Wee?
Matt, do you listen to any podcasts?
No.
That's so like. What do you do all day?
I listen to music while I work.
No, I can't listen to music that like.
I
I need
need
to listen to
music.
podcasts these days.
I
can
mix
listen to
it.
music for
I'm
a
a
few
mix of.
hours.
I'm a mix of podcasts and music.
Yeah, some days
just-
I want to listen to music. Some hours I want to listen to music. But when I'm
Very
driving,
rare.
like I
It has
drive
to be-
a lot, so.
It has to be a specific podcast with a specific guest for me to like. I
Didn't
don't
you
listen to
just post you're
Conan's
getting
pod.
obsessed with somebody.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm getting. But I watch that. I don't listen to it. 'cause
Who
they
is
do a
that,
video
though?
version. So you have to know anything about Howard Stern. They're making fun of it's a very expanding,
very little, but I
stuttering
like
John
it.
universe. It's really expanding. People are getting really into it.
Wait, so is Howard on it?
No, it's the guys who worked for Howard Stern. They're all making fun of one guy who used to work for Howard Stern and Jay Leno. And their podcast is just roasting this guy.
Every episode.
What, roasting Stern or?
No, roasting the guy who worked for Stern. His name's Stuttering John. Basically,
Oh, okay.
we're gonna have one with Griff, and we just watch Griff's podcast, and then we just roast him.
Oh, so they're like rewatching something he did.
Yeah,
I was like, how can they just log on, hit record, and make fun of him every fucking week?
yeah. No, they're and it's.
Is
and-
this guy
and-
alive still?
Yeah, he's recording like every week.
There's podcasts that I
No,
know
I'm
that are
saying
like
the guy who they're making fun of.
Yeah, he's recording new stuff all the time.
For
So
them to
there's
make
like an
fun of?
endless treasure trove of stuff from the past.
Are they
and stuff
so
he's coming
is
up
it
with?
they like actually dislike this guy?
Well, he's a terrible person.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
because I know I've heard of like cast members from like The Office or like One Tree Hill, like they'll watch old episodes and then they'll go
They
back.
do
and
that, yeah.
talk
They're
about
not
that.
watching this guy has his own podcast, and then they just watch clips from his podcast and make fun of him. What an idiot he is!
I am obsessed with like any rewatch podcast I can find.
The fucking Boy Meets World.
The Boy Meets World one's the best. Glee just started one. I'm listening to that. Who else has one? Entourage has a great one.
Fucking Candace Cameron's having a podcast, but fuck that bitch.
About Full House, or
I don't know if it was about Full House. Maybe it was about fucking Jesus, I think, which is so off.
That's her brother, probably more.
No, she's fucking crazy like him too.
Sadly. Yeah, but he's more annoying.
Yeah, hanging it with the Lord or some shit with Kirk Cameron.
I'm actually listening to a bunch of wrestling podcasts still. People that only Matt would make fun of me for listening to.
Like something to wrestle with, like when I was in the mood. Like I really obviously love that podcast.
Yeah, I haven't listened to that in so long though. I listen to fucking After the Bell and fucking Ryan Satin's podcast just because I want to hear an interview. After the Bell is actually pretty good.
What happened? Why did they fire Vic?
I don't know. He went on his wedding and he got Wally pipped by Kevin Patrick.
Poor guy.
Well, Kevin Patrick's amazing. People shit on him announcing. It's like his third ever time doing it.
I don't really notice him. He's not that bad.
No, I thought he's great. He's old. Like he looks like he's 15.
He's old.
He's like married with like 3 or 4 kids.
Yeah, he's also
how old is he?
He does soccer play-by-play work for Atlanta United as well.
Yeah, I can't find his age, but it's can't be young. He said he started in the TV industry in 2002.
He feels like he's younger than I am.
So he's probably
You're old as shit.
I'd probably say he's probably in his early 40s.
Yeah, Giants 6-2. They're showing it.
If he's early 40s, he looks fucking damn good.
Yeah, it's Irish skin, man. Look at Sheamus.
Who just got married recently.
Garbage. Yeah,
are you watching any WWE, Griff?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just SmackDown's hard because it's like Friday nights and everything like that. But like I always try to.
You're raging.
Yeah, not raging, but like there's like other stuff to do and watch and stuff like that. And then
did you see the Missy promo?
Yes, I love that. I
could have watched that segment for an hour.
Yeah, I did watch SummerSlam. I missed Clash of the Castle, which I went back and watched, which I love the Drew McIntyre Broken Dreams. Yeah. Extreme Rules I missed because I was in Boston, but I caught all the stuff. And then with Raw though too, it's easy to. That's why I like the whole YouTube stuff because like you can go back and watch it. Because obviously with me, I'm either on Mondays actually. I'm watching football just so I can keep up with football, so I know like what's going on. Because I'm also the guy too with football where I don't care what the game is, I'll watch it because I know in February we're all going to be fiending for it. Yeah. And then I also just started hockey on Monday nights too. And I will say this because I haven't talked to you guys that much about it, but the Raw I went to in August, it was probably one of the most fun I've had at a show that wasn't WrestleMania oriented in a very, very long time.
Is that after SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Oh, so Triple H was in charge? Nice.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Was the Johnny Gargano one?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it was a good show.
Where he just comes out randomly after a commercial break for no reason.
Yeah, like literally,
it was the only way to do it.
It was so random. And then I remember I go on Twitter after the segment. That's when I saw my phone of like that I made TV and everything like that. And even too, I was like hanging out with some buddies last week, and someone was like watching. He was like, "Oh, I was watching these wrestling like return videos," and then he just like shows the photo of me where it was just like,
I forgot you were on. Yeah.
Yeah. Where it was like, "Oh, is this you?"
He said he stayed in. He had to stay in the Raptors locker room for like 5 hours by himself.
Yeah,
well, I mean, Nakamura phone guy was trending after that happened. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Part of me still thinks remember this, but do you remember Justin coming up to us saying someone asked about the Nakamura phone guy, and then
somebody did.
I'd love the video proof of that just to be like.
No, I'm pretty sure it was made up.
I'm pretty sure too. I always think about that. I'm like, I think that was more.
That was a Ravi Justin.
Sounds like
thing.
Something that Justin would deadpan, and you'd be like,
I'm pretty sure we were all in on it, but I can't. My memory's so bad.
Somebody asked about the Nakamura phone guy.
I think Griff was drunk and just like, really, and then Justin just went with it.
Oh, yeah. God, I was so
remember when we got you to sit down on that weird chair?
On the bench?
At a chicken place. He didn't fall. He just kind of was
like crystals.
Yeah, the hamburger place. Yeah, crystals.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't you got me to sit on there. I just sat on there, and then the thing like.
Well, yeah, everyone sat on the other side. I was like, "Come sit with me," and they were just like, "Get him to sit there. Get him to sit there."
It fucking falls. Oh, good time.
You're the last one to get your food. So.
Isn't that in the day in the life?
That is.
Yeah.
All right, good.
It is your hour and a half video. Even I came across the video today. I still have my phone of Matt.
Has Miguel uploaded the last day yet?
No. Been waiting
Matt,
5
was it
years
you
for
who
that.
fell down or Ravi on Monday
What?
when we were laughing about
he
Muffalata?
like walked into a hole or something.
Yeah,
and he like
right, he went down.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a funny night. Wednesday was better, but Monday was incredible.
They need to go back
Monday.
to New Orleans.
Wednesday was the better
won.
moments, but Monday overall as the whole day was great.
Monday for like meeting people, wrestlers, but like Wednesday
for meeting wrestlers.
Yeah, and then Monday for like friendship.
Yeah, for just seeing like I like that, like when you're able to see the city and have like those like relaxing days and stuff like that. Obviously, you know what to eat when you're in New Orleans on a Monday.
Yeah, not a muffalata.
No. It's I think I've told you guys about that.
Pussy.
What?
Yeah.
Because when I went again, what we did is, and what we should have done is, you know how we each all ordered a sandwich. We should have ordered.
Well, you ordered like the most giant fucking muffalata they had.
It's the only fucking muffalata they had. We all got
one size.
Like people got halves.
No, yeah, you get exactly.
We should have gotten like a few and just shared them, and each had like a couple corners and stuff.
Griff, half bite in, it's good, and then gives it to a homeless guy.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, I just don't like the stuff on it.
Yeah, I don't even like the olives. Touchdown got it.
I've come to like the stuff more in recent time.
11:22 left in the game, and they're a field goal away from being a 2-touchdown game.
Buffalo.
10 about to be 11 score game.
11 score game.
11-point game.
Holy shit!
What was it? The 13.5?
14.
Same thing.
Except the Pierce touchdown is looking really unlikely at this point.
Fuck.
I mean, if they get it down to the 1,
just
anything
throw it
can
to
happen.
him.
Does he catch anything?
Who's their backup running back? He'll fucking get it. Rex Burkhead for no reason. Yeah. Guy's garbage.
Patriots legend. Rex
Fuck.
Burkhead.
Up. I think it's a false start on the on the extra point. If not, they could go for 2 if it's on the defense. What the fuck? I haven't even looked at the fucking baseball game.
What's going on baseball, and then
wow, fuck! It's Verlander has only given up 1 run, and he's terrible in the World Series.
And then we have college football tonight, where Coastal Carolina is beating App State, and then Rice is tied with UTEP.
I just can't imagine caring about any of that.
UTEP.
Unless you go to those schools.
Jesus Christ, the Orlando Magic beat the Golden State Warriors.
God, the Warriors keep losing. We were just talking.
Is the NBA just? Whoop! Brandon Marsh just got hit. Is the NBA going to be like the NFL this year, where most teams just suck? The Knicks are terrible. The Nets are terrible. The fucking Lakers are terrible. The Warriors are terrible. The Jazz are somehow good.
My team's doing fine.
Right. Yeah, and they weren't supposed to be like anything special.
I had the same expectations for the Raptors that I did this year. Get into the playoffs and see what happens.
Probably looking much better now that every team sucks.
Yeah, they also fucking won by 30 on Monday, and they won by 43 last night.
Penalty was on Houston, so they're going for 2. QB sneak pushed through. 29-17 game.
12-point spread. And then Denver beat Oklahoma City. But what was I going to say? We're at the halfway point of the season. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I'm not going to even say off the rails. This is just a normal conversation that I have with the Lorenzos, guys that I've known for almost 9 years now, which feels weird to say considering how old we've all gotten.
We covered all the games. Last, you know.
Yeah.
Last, NEP.
Last and the NEP.
I'm calling it NEP. This episode is called NEP.
NEP.
But guys, just remember these few things, guys.
NEP loss.
Stay frosty.
We're gonna
peace, love, and Higgs. No way, that's the Sherry.
Oh, it's been a good one, guys. I'll see you next week.
Hoops all berries.